What up? What up? It's your boy AD in the spot all day. Ain't been here in a little second to talk about some real stuff. But guess what? This is a topic that I've been a little waiting on to talk about. I kind of wanted to do this a couple days ago, but just been busy, man. Doing stuff, whatever. And don't mind the band-aid, man. I got sensitive skin. I had a little bad little shit with some razors, man, but it's all good though, man. I'm on my Nelly swag out here, man. But let me tell you something, man. This is gonna be about the Katt Williams thing. I know the title, I'm probably gonna put it in about the seventh grader so people really come and look at this, but it's gonna be about more than just the seventh grader and the person that Katt Williams, so-called, sucker punched and all that crap or whatever. But basically, what I'm finna do is in this video, I'm finna expose the truth and what's going on in the situation between Katt Williams. Because you see, it's not just Katt Williams and a seventh grader, it's Katt Williams. Kevin Hart too. Kevin Hart is playing a major role in this situation too, and that's the reason why a lot of this craziness is going on. But I'm gonna try to get through this as quickly as I can to try to let y'all know what it really is, because I see that a lot of people really think that this is real and really think Cat Williams is really just acting really wild or crazy and doing wrong things. But on my behalf, I think no. I think no. This stuff, like, yeah, this stuff is somewhat happening, but it's not really real. It's all staged. It's all planned. And all of this is happening just to promote him up. Because even if it's making him look bad or not, it's still making people talk about it. You still getting promotion. That's just the thing. They always say any publicity is good publicity, and that's very true. It's a lot of stars out here who then came out, done really messed up things before, but then come out with something new, and you forget all about the stuff that they did. You forget about all the bad things they so-called did, or the embarrassing things they so-called did, because now they got some new little spotlight. But let me break this one down for you. All right, look. So this is how it all started, man. Well, I'm gonna go straight to the seventh grader thing, man. Look, look. It was a situation where Cat Williams was on the soccer field playing with some kids, playing soccer or whatever, and then the kid, they was somewhat talking or whatever, and they end up walking off not playing no more. And then Cat ended up just swinging on the boy. And then they started to tussling and tussling on the ground for a second, but it quickly got broke up. Anyways, it became a big story because Cat Williams punched him. Then they showed, even though you couldn't see his face when you look, you couldn't see his hand hit his face. If he did hit him, I tell you one thing, he didn't hit him hard. He just tried to make it look hard because the way he snapped his punch. But people, and again, when the punch hit him, like, noticed that it didn't really. You couldn't see the contact. You couldn't see if it was a clean punch. If you watch boxing and shit or any fight, you'll know if a punch is clean. A lot of times people can hit you, but they'll hit you all off like this, or they won't really connect that well. So it's like they hit you, but it's not a good shot. Basically, what I'm trying to explain. Okay. And then they got on the ground or whatever, and they're basically saying that he got beat up by a seventh grader. Now, the seventh grader, so-called seventh grader, was a little bit taller than him, and Cat Williams is shorter, so that was one weird thing. Like, why is he? They would make him bigger and stuff. Not saying that it's real. I'm just trying to give you the thought they're trying to put in your brain. Another weird thing about that is on this number. Man, I'm finna point out all the weird things right now, just to let y'all know that this shit is staged and not real, y'all. Look, thing number one. Cat Williams was just out here stunning about how much money he got and what he doing within the same month, within March. How the hell he go from that to looking bummy and looking crazy all quick? That's number one. How the hell does that even happen? And people believe that, right? Okay. Got shows and everything right now that just recently going on. They just ain't made it high yet, but they're still going on. So that's number one to think about. Number two, why is he out there in the neighborhood where obviously people don't even he not familiar with, where he doesn't go a lot, playing soccer? Does that make any sense for y'all? It's like they're trying to make you think this dude is crazy. Why in the world would a dude with money who has things to do be in the neighborhood he's not familiar with, where he's not known that, to be playing soccer? Of all things, he wasn't playing basketball. I could see Katt Williams playing some basketball. I could see that. But soccer, I don't really can't see him doing that. And again, he ain't with none of his kids or nothing. He ain't with no family or nothing. Remember, he ain't in no familiar park where people know him. When they interviewed the boy, he said he ain't from around there. He don't never come there. Yeah, he might have known him, which we really don't know. We don't even know if he knew that that was Katt Williams or not. They never really said it. But they said that again that he, you know what I'm saying, was not really from around there. So it's like they're trying to make you think that Katt is crazy. And Katt playing this whole role off on y'all. That's why, well, why would you get into it with a little 7-year-old grader? I mean, as much sense as Katt Williams talk when he be on that mic doing comedian, he talk like he got a lot of sense sometimes. It just makes no sense for a guy to talk like he got a lot of sense but then do something so stupid. There's no reason for you to fight that 7-year-old boy. It don't matter if he was talking mess or not. There is no reason. The boy ain't put his hands on you. Plus, he's underage. You don't want to go to jail. That's another thing people should be paying attention to. How the hell Katt Williams so-called punches a teenager and gets into it with him, but you notice he didn't go to jail, he didn't get locked up or nothing. But they was quick to throw him in jail for a lot of other stuff, but they ain't throw him in jail for this though. I mean, he ain't get a slap on the wrist for nothing. Something else to think about. Like, is this stuff really going on? Or is Katt Williams just playing a trick on y'all? What the media do? Like I've always explained. And you know it's a black person. I've already explained that's all they do with black people in the media is just put them down and embarrass them. Notice how if you look and watch TMZ, anything, watch the stories about the black people be 10 times more worse and make you think way worse about them. And they always be stereotypical, just like this. A black man being on drugs and acting crazy is a stereotype they done put on us. Even though we know that's not freaking true. I'm not crazy acting. I'm not on no out of control drugs acting all wild. You come on, man. If I was, you know I wouldn't be on here doing this. I'm just shaking my head, man. I'm just shaking my head because I'm pointing out the clues and the details. This is the icing on the cake. Another reason how you know this is fake is because, like I said, he has a beef with Kevin Hart right now. And what is Kevin Hart's comedy about? Emasculization. His whole comedy scheme is about emasculating a black man. I know y'all watch this comedy. Yes, he's funny. Kevin Hart is funny, but his whole comedy routine is based off emasculating him. And that's why it's so funny, because he's always getting his ass whooped. He's always exposing himself. He's always something bad happening to him. It's all about emasculization. And you can't forget in his show, what is it? Kings of Hollywood, or this is the Real Husbands of Hollywood. You can't forget that there was an episode, I think in the first season, where he actually did get beat up by a little kid, and I can't remember. I need to go back and watch that episode. It's in the first season, I think. And just to go check the age of that kid, like maybe they exposed his age and his grade, because if his age and his grade was the same as the one that beat up Kevin Hart, that's even more proof it's fake. But just the fact that he so-called got beat up should make you think it's fake. Another reason, and remember, this is just how they're trying to do you. Like, things are getting so, remember, this is 2016, so they're going to really try to pull some shit on y'all to really make you believe it. That's why the video is like in World Star form, because a lot of videos on World Star are real. A good amount of them like that, where it shows people fighting, it do be real. Not saying all, but on World Star you will find more real stuff. So that's why they're doing it like that. Instead of people turning the camera, you see it like this. You see a whole bunch of people around, so you think it's real. And it's any kind of crazy how, man, it was very few black people on that soccer field. If you look at all the kids and the people around, it was very few of them. And ain't it so crazy how Katt gets into a fight with another black boy out of all them boys out there, right? Wasn't that crazy? It's about making us look bad. It's about the stereotypes, making us look like savages and making us look like we're broke and poor and goofy and ignorant, instead of telling the real truths about what's going on, which I always talk about, because I get so tired of this fake low-key racism that's going on constantly in the media and everywhere, in the movies and the television. I'm so tired of it because it's really making us look bad, and it's sad to see certain amounts of us going out there with it like it's cool, instead making it us look more bad. They don't understand that this was really pushed on them to make them believe in some BS and make other people look at you badly like they do now. You know, most people look at black people like they ain't shit. I mean, not everyone, unless and I'm just talking, and then you got the ones who will congratulate Coon acting black, but still look down at any other black, but be like, oh, you're different, you're Coon, you don't really care about them either. Well, you should. Man, I done heard some real effed up stories from people around here, from older people and everything, about how they feel about what's going on. And man, I could tell you some real stuff, the stuff that they don't never freaking tell you. And it's so messed up how a lot of stuff I've heard is really based off stereotypes, and I just be like, come on, like what's real? What's real? But back to this, man. My bad, man. It just bothers the hell out of me because this is another form of it. So boom, there you go. Like I done told you a good amount of stuff and how you know this is fake. Like I said, just a month ago, Katt Willams was out here stunting with a mink coat on with diamonds and jewelry in front of planes, and now less than a month later, now he's so-called looking mummy fighting people. And you see what the people think who don't think. People who don't think automatically just look at what they see instead of what's beneath the surface. They automatically just look and just be like, is he on drugs? Why is he looking like that? Oh, he hit a seventh grader. Oh, he got beat up. Knowing plain and day he didn't get beat up. If you watch the video, the little boy didn't do anything to him. Katt Willams was fine. You see right after he was fine. No scars, no bruises, no nothing. The boy didn't even hit him. Why did the boy grab him like that instead of punching him back? Another weird thing. And then when they interviewed the boy, they was like, oh, you're a good wrestler. Yeah, I was on the wrestling team. So you telling me out of all the people Katt Williams get into, he would get into it with that, right? See, they want you to think this crap is just a coincidence. This ain't no coincidence. This is what you call setup. This ain't no damn coincidence. Just like when he was in the club. Now that was more believable. Remember, see all this stuff that's been going on just this past month to let you know they're trying to hype this dude up, and it ain't what you think it is, yo. Just like that club situation. And I think that was a little bit more realer than this. That was more believable because he was in a club and he got into it with somebody and he got jumped. Now that's more believable than him on a soccer field. Like, come on, let's be real, man. Let's be real, man. I just can't. I just get so tired of us not seeing the facts. Now that was fake too, because why in the world did Katt Williams come from way across the room, hit a man who wasn't even close to him? Here he go again, provoking fights when nobody is touching him. Here we go again. And then all of a sudden a whole bunch of dudes circle around him. I guess he lands on the ground and they're so-called hitting and kicking him. Now, it did look like certain shots connected, but see, that's just the fakeness. Anybody can fake fight. They do it on the WWE all day. Anybody can get around you in a circle where nobody can barely see you and act like they're fake hitting you and fake kicking you. Because notice how after they was done, notice how, again, Katt Williams was fine. No bruises, no scars. He didn't look beat up. He didn't look messed up. So that should tell you right there he didn't get beat up. Let's see a man Katt Williams size get jumped by 4 big men. Just jumped, like really getting beat on. Trust me, he is not going to be looking like how he was, and he might not even be conscious at the end of the day. And I'm just keeping it real. Not still on the ground looking like he okay. See, this is like some comedy stuff, man. That's another red flag. Why is all this stuff happening to a comedian? That's another red flag. Like, notice how it's not happening to a Pacific star. Like, could you imagine this happened to LeBron James? Like, hell no, right? They doing it to a comedian. Wake up. Wake up. A person who you know knows how to play that role. Comedians, man. I've already, just like if you watch my Oscar video, man, they love to use black men as comedians because you think they're funny, so you never take them really seriously. But for some odd reason, people want to take this serious though. Just letting you know the tricks that they pulling. Alright, I'm finna close this video up, man. But yeah, him getting jumped was fake. All this is fake. Kevin Hart got the main spotlight right now as a comedian because his comedy is based off black emasculation. Just keeping it real. It could be way better forms of comedy. Not saying it ain't funny, just keeping it real. And now Katt wants to try to attack another black man, which they always portray us as. So like this video, comment. I'll talk to y'all later.